I'm sure FanDuel's got an updated spread on what these numbers are going to look like, Europe versus the U.S. It was pretty close to even money going into it. I loved Europe. I've been saying that for weeks. Obviously, I feel even better about it today after they laid a beating on the States. But like Zach Johnson, you see his quote where
Oh yeah.
for starters, he's intimating that there's a lot of guys sick on the team. And that may be true, but how sick are they? Would you be saying that if you were up 6.5 to 1.5? We all know the answer. And I guess he said, quote, despite the scoreboard, I'm extremely proud of what they've done, end quote. What kind of
Proud of
quote
what?
is that? When you get
Proud of what? You
pumped?
guys got spanked in the morning and then again in the afternoon. It wasn't even close.
No.
And I know, like, Europe, they're hot. Like, shots are going in. Like, John Rahm's chipping in twice in one day. Like, they're playing excellent golf. And even if the States played better, which they didn't play terribly, it still would be Europe by a lot.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know what you're proud of. You're the one that put this team together. And he's faced a lot of criticism because of it. Because for me, anyways, it's a buddy team. And Europe went out and they just picked stone cold killers, and that's exactly what they got.
Yeah, and that's where we're at through a day. Here's Bob Weeks, our TSN Golf analyst. Can you read between the Zach Johnson lines here, Weeksy? What is he proud of that the Americans did today?
I think he's just putting up a good face for his boys because they're all going to read what he said online. So I think he's got to keep the flag, flying up front. But I'm sure he's just shocked like everybody else is. I mean, I think the European team is shocked. I think the American team is shocked. I think the fans are shocked. I certainly didn't see this coming. I thought, like you, that Europe would be out in front, but never by 5 points, and never did I think that the Americans would not win one match through the entire day. And I mean, the captain's job is thankless. If you are like, Luke Donald is a genius right now, right? And Zach Johnson is just a goat, and everything's being second guessed at what he did, and rightly so. There are some strange choices out there, like putting Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns out first. I mean, those two guys lost both foursomes matches last year at the President's Cup, and that's not nearly. No offense to those guys, but that's not nearly as deep a field as it is here. So I don't know what analytics or where you come up with the idea that those two, not only playing foursomes, but leading off, why wouldn't you put Cantlay and Schauffele out there and supercharge things? It's easy to second guess, but I think right now there's a lot of second guessing going on, and probably by the American players.
Yeah, and there should be. And Sam Burns is one of those, controversial captain's picks, I believe, where he and Scheffler are best friends, and like Frankie's saying, buddy, you guys pick your best friend, we'll send you out there. Where, I don't think it would be different necessarily in terms of Europe leading, but what if DeChambeau's playing? What if Dustin Johnson's there instead of Sam Burns? That's probably something that will come up in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, Keegan Bradley was a guy who should have been probably out there. Lucas Glover was the hottest guy down the stretch. There's all sorts of other things, like 9 of these players have not, on the American side, have not played a tournament since the FedEx Cup finished. And you wonder if there's a little bit of rustiness going on in there. Most of the European guys are playing in some European Tour events, and strangely enough, perhaps one of the better performers was Justin Thomas for the Americans, who was basically carried the load because Jordan Spieth stunk the joint out in his afternoon. So I don't know if there's any way you can slice it and dice it, but the second guessing has already started, and I doubt it's going to stop until they hand out that trophy.